Hey guys, welcome back. Today must be National Sears Turn of the Century Day, because I've got another one here for y'all. Um, yeah, this one I picked up just after the other one that I picked up that I filmed before this. I went on a little trip to Ohio this weekend, and this one I picked up like right before I left for that trip. Um, so I've been waiting to test this one for a few days. But yeah, this one was not from very far away. It was actually pretty local. So I just went and picked it up just, because I love these. Can never have too many. But this is the white and brass model, and this is essentially the white version of the brown version that I already have. Actually, previously had two of them. The one that I had originally, I recently gave that away to another fan collector, a local fan collector. So hopefully you'll see that again sometime soon. But I do have another one, another brown and brass one that this is basically the identical model of just brown or just white. Actually, it's more so the identical model of the first one, and that's because the light kit, as you can see, this one has the exact same Sears light kit and Sears Tiffany shade as that one that I first got years ago and I actually installed in our addition upstairs. Um, and I actually still have that shade, so now I have two of these matching shades, so that's really nice. Um, yeah, I kept the light kit in the shade. I just gave the fan away. But I could put it on, the other brown and brass one I have and do like a dual install, I guess. But yeah, so this one is a little bit higher end than the one that I filmed before, the polished brass one. This one has the ornate sideband, as you can see, the brass ornate sideband. I find that the ornate sideband is, I think, more common than the plain one. I think I mentioned that in the last video. If I didn't, I forgot to. But I've seen the ornate sideband a lot more often, I think, than the plain one. So I don't know. I think that's interesting. Um, yeah, it does not have the blade badges still, and it also is just 3-speed, not variable speed, which, as I mentioned in the last video, I think the only ones that had the blade badges were the variable speed, quote-unquote, deluxe models, um, because, yeah, they seems to me that most of the ones that I've seen with blade badges are variable speed. Yeah, this one I believe is from the early to mid 80s as well. It has a K-55 motor, K-55 stack motor with a dropped flywheel. And like I mentioned in the last video, these are kind of Sears's answer to the Casablanca Classic. It's got the same sort of ornate, with the ornate detailing. They came in ornate and plain, just like the Casablanca Classic. Metal motor housing, the K-55 with the dropped flywheel, the tuna can canopy. Um, and I actually think no, I think all the Casablanca Classics all came with blade badges. I don't think they had an option for no non-blade badges, but the ornate ones at least, because the plain ones uh, did not have the ornate blade badges. At least they had like the regular. Some of them I think didn't, and some of them had regular C blade badges. I think so. Like the designers. I don't have a Casablanca Classic yet. I'd gladly take one if one came my way. So, yeah, I've got a ton of these. I really like these Sears turn of the century models. Um, yeah, so I guess I'll switch off the light kit for you. And unfortunately, this one's fan pull chain was cut, and they did not keep the original wooden ball pendant, so I have this extension on here. The light kit chain didn't have an extension on it either, so neither of those are original. Um, yeah, let's go ahead and start the fan up on high now. It's kind of a neat startup sound too. I didn't notice that in the other one. And this one, of course, like the other one, and actually like most of these that I find, did need its nylon bushing oiled. Bushing between the nose and the flywheel. And I think this one still needs some work. I think the bushing itself might be loose or something. You can hear that clicking sound. And the nose is like still kind of... Yeah, definitely gonna have to do some work to this one, but it works good enough for a test, and it's not making that annoying, rattly, grinding noise that it does when the bushing is dry. Yep, really the only wobble you're seeing there is from the nose being a little loose. The motor itself is, or the blades themselves are in pretty good balance. And aside from that clicking from the nose, it's actually very silent. Of course, it has that high-pitched motor whine. The last one also had that. Great. Medium. I would definitely install this one somewhere if I had the right place for it. I really like these. These are actually one of my favorites, I think. There's your medium speed. Of course, somebody's going to call the landline while I'm trying to make a video. But medium speed, pretty fast medium that these normally have, as I mentioned. Yeah. So, can somebody answer the phone? Okay, finally, stop ringing. Always something happens while I'm filming. Alright. Down below. As I mentioned as well, these also have really nice low speeds. I think their 3-speed, their range of speeds was the best, or one of the best. The non-variable speed ones, that is. Their variable speed models were really good as well. They kind of came up with like a knockoff design of the Slumber Quiet. But I think they were more prone to failure than Slumber Quiet, actually, so. Alright, back to high. Let's not shake everywhere. And can we stop stomping around upstairs? That would be nice. Alright. Spin down. The bearings themselves seem good. It's just that that bushing, which might be causing some friction, might affect the spin down. I don't know what happened. Like I said, I think those it's been a while since I've taken one of these apart. I think the bushing itself like snaps on, so it might have come unsnapped or whatever. I don't know. I'll take a look at it. I mean, even if I like can't do anything about it, it's still not like super loud. I wonder if that's the reason why they were getting rid of this fan. Probably. Okay, yeah, I saw quite a bit of kickback there, more so than the other one. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some bushing work to this one for sure, but alright, let's flip this one to reverse, if I can find the reverse switch, which is right in front of me. And start it up on low in reverse. Stop the shaking and the swaying. I can't believe it's taken me this long to find one of these in white. Because like I've got the two brown ones of these that I had. I had the two brown 1895 models. I've got two polished brass models now. I got the antique brass model with variable speed and the blade badges, and then I had another polished brass model that I sold last year to Chandru. So yeah, I've come across a lot of these, but not a single Casablanca Classic, which is very interesting. Okay, I have a feeling the wobbling is going to be worse because it's already swaying pretty drastically there. Medium. Oh yeah, this one I got complete with everything, by the way, with the mounting bracket and everything. Was 100% complete. So that's actually the mounting bracket that I used for the last one to hang. Just take the other one down, put this one right up. No time. Okay, a little bit of wobble. And high. It's definitely worse, but not terribly worse. Not as worse as it seemed like it was going to be when it was on low. Great. And that high-pitched motor whine is louder again in reverse. I guess that's just like a characteristic that some of these have. All right. It's hard to stop those things without making noise. All right. Fan up close now. So here we are. It's really nice. It's not really like a... It's not really antique white. It's more like a very, very slight off-white. Although it could just be faded. But it's a nice color. The blades, it's in really good shape. Just cosmetically, I don't see any scratches or anything on it. Blades are in great shape. Got all the finishing washers there. And as I mentioned, the nose is just a little loose. And you can see up in there the nylon bushing between the flywheel and the nose. This light kit with the genuine Sears fitter, which actually says this is Tiffany No Gals ink. I do remember that from the other light kit actually, but these were sold by Sears, as you can see that tag there for only for use with models such and such Emerson listed fans. So clearly made for Emerson, sold by Sears. Considering I have, you know, a few of these light fitters and now 2 of these exact shades, but and of course the way that the pull chain works, the socket itself has the pull chain attached in it, and it runs through the little nut there on the fitter, which is interesting design. Really pretty Tiffany shade. I don't see any cracked panes either, which is a nice touch. The other one I have has, I think, 1 cracked pane. So, and then there's your Arkless pull chain for the fan. The ornate sideband with the really intricate details. I love that. And then this one's foam vent screen is still present, which these oftentimes tend to dry out and disintegrate when you touch them. Let's go up to the top here. And tuna can canopy. The reverse switch is right there. And then the informations are right here. And this one is model number 292.907700. I believe that's what that says. Hopefully I won't have to get a flashlight. Yeah, same exact tag as the other one, just a slightly different model number to compensate for the ornate sideband and the different finish, I would assume. Yeah. And of course this one, being that the fan itself is white, they did paint the K-55 itself white as well, unlike the other ones. The brown ones have the motor painted brown. The brass ones all have the motor painted black. So, yeah. So that's just about it for this video. So thank you guys for watching. That is the Sears Emerson Turn of the Century ornate ceiling fan. So thank you guys for watching as always, and I will see you in the next video.